The butterfly effect. The butterfly effect refers to the idea that small actions can lead to significant consequences. It suggests that even a tiny change in one place can have a big impact somewhere else. This concept is often illustrated by the metaphor of a butterfly flapping its wings and causing a tornado weeks later in a different part of the world. Lesson 1. Every thought is a seed. Nurture the good ones and watch your life bloom. Your mind is like a garden, and your thoughts are the seeds that create your reality. Every idea and thought you have can change your world in small and big ways. Your thoughts are like a small acorn that can grow into a strong oak. They hold the key to your future experiences, relationships, and successes. Think about the strength that comes from just one thought. At first, it might seem small, just a quiet sound among all the noise in your daily thoughts. When you pay attention to that thought and believe in it, it can develop into something powerful that changes your whole life. The basic idea behind the law of attraction is that our thoughts act like magnets, attracting experiences that are similar to their energy and frequency. How can someone use this great power? Notice how you think and to decide which ideas to nurture. Like a gardener picking the best seeds to grow, you need to figure out which thoughts deserve your focus and energy. This process starts with mindfulness, which means noticing your thoughts without judging them. As you work on this skill, you'll begin to see the many thoughts that come to your mind every day. Some will be encouraging and inspiring, full of hope and potential. Some people might be pessimistic, based on fear or uncertainty. You can decide which thoughts to keep and which ones to let go, just like watching clouds drift by in the sky. When you have a thought that matches your desires and values, see it as a valuable seed. Focus on it completely, think about it carefully, and look into what it can offer. Imagine the result it offers, and let yourself experience the feelings that come with it happening. Visualizing and engaging emotionally is like watering and taking care of a seedling, giving it what it needs to grow and succeed. On the other hand, when negative thoughts come up, and they will see them for what they are, weeds in your mind's garden, rather than dwelling on them or trying to push them away, just recognize they are there and softly shift your attention to more positive thoughts. With time, this practice will reduce negative thinking patterns, letting your positive thoughts grow and take over your mind. The aim isn't to be positive all the time. Expecting that can be unrealistic and may cause frustration. Try to find a balanced way that understands all kinds of human thoughts and feelings, while also focusing on the ideas that benefit you the most. When things are unclear, look to the advice of those who have experienced this journey before you. Throughout history, thinkers, spiritual guides, and accomplished people have seen how powerful our thoughts can be in creating change. From the ancient Stoics, who highlighted the need to manage our perceptions, to today's thinkers who promote the benefits of positive thinking, there is a lot of valuable knowledge available for inspiration and guidance. Think about what Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and philosopher, said. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. This clear and meaningful statement captures the core of our discussion. When you choose to focus on positive and empowering thoughts, you are directly affecting how you experience life. Buddha taught, what you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create. This perspective shows how our thoughts, feelings, and actions are all connected. As you continue to focus on positive thoughts, you might notice that it affects more than just yourself. Your changed way of thinking can impact the people around you in small but important ways. Your new positive outlook can encourage others to reflect on their own thoughts and beliefs. The real magic of personal growth is in how it brings about positive change, both in ourselves and in the world around us. Taking care of your mind helps you live a better life and also makes a positive impact on everyone around you. Every thought you have is like a seed planted in your subconscious mind. When you focus on thoughts of love, abundance, gratitude, and possibility, you create a life that shows these qualities. As you keep practicing, you'll notice that what happens around you starts to match what you envision inside. Lesson 2. Small shifts in perspective can lead to monumental changes in your journey. In life, it's often the small things that make the biggest impact. Our life is like a big tapestry made up of many moments, choices, and ideas. At first look, these individual parts might appear unimportant, just small pieces in the bigger picture of our lives. When we look more closely, we notice that these small details are what make our tapestry special and meaningful. Think about how important perspective can be. The way we see the world affects our daily experiences and the direction of our lives. A small change in how you see things can lead to big changes in your life. It's like changing the way we see things. Suddenly, everything becomes clearer, showing us details and chances we might have missed before. The human mind is an amazing tool that can handle a lot of information and build complex ideas about reality. However, just like any tool, how we use it determines its effectiveness. When we decide to change how we see things, we adjust our view to a new level, helping us to notice and engage with the world in fresh and interesting ways. Picture yourself at the base of a huge mountain, feeling small in comparison to its size. From here, the top looks really far away, maybe even out of reach. What if we changed our view and looked at the path right in front of us instead of the big mountain ahead? The journey now feels easier, divided into smaller, doable steps. Changing our focus like this can determine whether we give up before starting or begin an amazing journey. This principle is relevant to every part of our lives. When we encounter a tough task at work, we can see it as a big problem or as a chance to grow and learn. In a tough relationship, we can view it as a source of ongoing frustration or as an opportunity to develop patience and understanding. The changes in how we see things might feel minor at first, but when added up over time, they can have a big impact. Understand that these changes in perspective do not mean ignoring reality or having an overly positive outlook. Instead, they focus on broadening our understanding of what can be achieved and allowing ourselves to explore new thoughts and ways of living. They focus on understanding that how we see reality isn't set in stone. It can change and develop as we grow and learn. One of the best changes we can make is to see challenges as chances instead of barriers. This easy change in perspective can completely alter how we handle life's challenges. Rather than feeling down about setbacks, we start to view them as important lessons, helping us move forward on our journey to success. This change doesn't lessen the challenges we face, but it does alter how we deal with them, giving our efforts more meaning and strength. Another important change is to shift from thinking there is not enough to believing there is plenty. When we look at the world with a focus on scarcity, we notice few resources, strong competition, and ongoing challenges. When we adopt an abundance mindset, we start to see the many opportunities and resources that are available to us. We focus on working together rather than competing, and we look for opportunities instead of restrictions. This change doesn't suddenly make new abundance appear, but it helps us see the abundance that has always existed, ready to be noticed and used. The great thing about these changes in perspective is that they don't need anything outside of us to change our situation. We can control them completely, and they are available to us whenever we need them. We don't have to wait for everything to be just right or for someone else to make a change. We can change how we see things right now. Changing how we see things can be tough sometimes. Our minds tend to stick to habits, holding on to familiar ways of thinking even when they aren't helpful anymore. Just like any skill, changing how you see things gets simpler the more you do it. We can improve this skill over time, slowly enhancing our ability to look at situations from various perspectives and select the most positive viewpoint. A good way to practice changing your perspective is by using mindfulness. When we focus on the present moment, we give ourselves a break between our thoughts and how we react. This helps us decide how we want to see and respond to different situations. Being aware and present can really help us grow and change in our lives. The changes in how we see things affect much more than just our own lives. When we change our perspective on the world, we also change how we engage with it. The way we see things changes what we say, what we do, and how we feel, and this impacts everyone and everything around us. Our personal changes in how we see things can lead to positive changes on a bigger level. Lesson 3. The tiniest ripple of positivity can create waves of transformation. In life, we often look for big actions and important gestures to create change. We long for those key moments that can change everything quickly, pushing us closer to our dreams and goals. What if I said that real power comes not from big actions, but from the little things we do every day? Picture yourself at a calm lake, where the water is so still it reflects everything perfectly. You take a small pebble about the size of your fingernail and softly throw it into the water. Initially, the effect appears minor, just a tiny splash, hardly seen. Pay attention and you'll notice something wonderful happening. Starting from that one point, circles begin to form, spreading out in a growing pattern. The ripples, created by a tiny action, keep expanding and affecting the whole surface of the lake. This analogy clearly shows the important truth about positivity and how it affects our lives. Every positive thought, every kind word, and every small act of generosity are like pebbles we throw into the lake of our lives. Just like ripples in water, our positive actions can have effects that reach much further than where they started, impacting parts of our lives we might not have expected. Think about the last time someone gave you a surprise compliment or a kind word of support. It could have been a coworker complimenting your efforts, a passerby kindly holding the door for you, or a friend encouraging you by highlighting your abilities when you were feeling unsure. At that moment, did you notice a small change inside you? A feeling of warmth in your chest, a lightness in your walk, and a fresh sense of confidence or purpose. That's how positivity spreads and makes a difference. The magic continues beyond that. A little boost to your mood and a slight increase in your energy can change how you engage with everything around you. All of a sudden, you start smiling at people more often, sharing kind words easily, and facing challenges with a brighter attitude. You may not even notice it, but you've started to share that initial positive energy, making it stronger and passing it on to everyone around you. This flow of positivity isn't just about feeling good. It really impacts our lives and the lives of people around us. Research has found that feeling good and having positive interactions can help our immune systems, reduce stress, make us more resilient to challenges, and even enhance our thinking skills. By fostering positivity in our everyday lives, we improve our own feelings and actually change our brains and bodies for better success and health. This ripple effect goes well beyond our own lives. In a world that often feels filled with negativity and doubt, each act of kindness, each word of thanks, and every joyful moment can create a strong impact for change. It can be hard not to feel overwhelmed by the issues we see in the news or around us, and to think that what we do as people doesn't really matter. Think about the pebble in the lake. A small splash can turn into a wave that changes the whole shore. A young girl saw starfish left on the beach and felt sad. She started picking them up and throwing them back into the ocean, one at a time. An elderly man watched her work and said that there were too many starfish for her to make a difference. The girl held a starfish in her hand, threw it into the sea, and said, "It made a difference for that one." This story shows an important idea. While we might not change the whole world all at once, we can definitely make a difference for one person, one moment at a time. This method is easy to access and understand. Small acts of positivity are something everyone can do, unlike big gestures or heroic acts that might be too difficult or out of reach. A real smile, a thank you, a little patience in a tough moment. These are things we all have no matter what we're going through. When we regularly use these tools, we can create change, not only in our own lives, but also in the world around us. However, there's an important point to consider. To fully benefit from this ripple effect, we need to be deliberate and steady in our positive actions. You can't just sit around waiting for inspiration or the right moment to come along. We should work on developing a positive mindset by regularly looking for the good in every situation, being thankful for the blessings we have, and sharing kindness with those around us. This doesn't mean overlooking life's difficulties or acting like everything is fine. It's about deciding to look for the light even when things are tough, finding hope when times are hard, and being a positive influence for others. Every interaction, no matter how small, is a chance to spread positivity that can turn into something amazing. When you start to doubt how much your actions matter, remember the pebble in the lake. Imagine the waves moving outwards, reaching beaches that are far away. Believe that your positive thoughts, even if they feel tiny right now, can lead to big changes in your life and the world around you. Lesson 4. Small shifts in perspective can lead to monumental changes in your journey. In life, it's often the smallest details that create the most complex designs. Our journey in this world is influenced not just by big actions or major choices, but by the small changes in how we see things that happen every day, moment by moment. These small changes, which might seem unnoticeable at first, can change our lives in ways we never thought possible. Think about how a small change in the angle of a ship's rudder can eventually steer it to a completely different place. Our thoughts and perceptions work in a similar way. A small shift in how we see a situation, a relationship, or ourselves can start a chain of events that changes our reality. The law of attraction shows us that we attract what we pay the most attention to in our lives. When we choose to focus on the good parts of our experiences, we start to bring more positivity into our lives. This isn't just dreaming. It's a real way to use how we see things. How can we start to change our way of thinking? It begins with being aware. Notice how you usually react and what you often think. Pay attention to how you see the world. Is it affected by fear, doubt, or negativity? Is it clear and open, ready to see the beauty and possibilities in every moment? After you become aware of this, you can start to make intentional choices about how you see things. When you encounter a challenge, take a moment to ask yourself, can I see this situation differently? This straightforward question can lead to many new options. Think about Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist who lived through the terrible experiences of Nazi concentration camps. During very difficult times, Frankl found something important, that even when things are really bad, we still have the power to decide how we feel about it. This change in viewpoint, from feeling powerless to becoming an empowered person, not only helped him get through tough times, but also resulted in important ideas that have assisted millions in discovering purpose in their lives. Our challenges might not be as intense as Frankl's, but the idea is still the same. In any situation, no matter how tough, we can decide how to react. Choosing is what helps us grow, gives us freedom, and allows us to change. As you start this journey of changing how you see things, take your time and be kind to yourself. Just like any skill, it requires practice and determination. Some days will feel tough, and old ways of thinking might come back. This is normal and should be anticipated. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding during this process. Begin with something simple. Select a part of your life where you want to change how you see things. It might be your job, a connection with someone, or how you see yourself. Every day, try to view this part of your life from a new perspective. What chances for improvement can you discover? What lessons are there to learn? What beauty or potential have you missed? Lesson 5. Your life's trajectory can pivot on the axis of a single powerful thought. This idea is beautiful because it is straightforward and has deep meaning. It means that at any time, you are just one thought away from changing your life. This isn't just a hopeful idea, it's a basic fact about how our minds influence our reality. The thoughts we focus on are the seeds that shape our future. Think back to the last time you experienced an aha moment, that quick realization that made everything clear. It might have been an understanding about your job, a connection with someone, or how you see your own value. In that moment, your view changed, and along with it, all the options before you changed too. This is the central point, the core around which your life can change. Know that these strong thoughts often come quietly, without any big announcement. They can be soft whispers, gentle prompts, or quick thoughts that we might overlook. The important thing is to be aware and notice these thoughts that could change your life when they come up. Imagine your mind like a garden, where your thoughts are the seeds you plant. Every day, many seeds land in your mind. Many will not take hold, but a few will start to grow. The thoughts you focus on and believe in are the ones that will grow and bring positive results in your life. Now, let's explore how one thought can change the direction of your life. It starts with grasping the law of attraction, the idea that similar things attract each other, and that our thoughts and beliefs have a magnetic effect, bringing us experiences that reflect our inner feelings. When you think a strong, positive thought, you're not just exercising your mind, you're sending a signal to the universe. This signal works like a guiding light, drawing in situations, people, and chances that match that thought. The universe seems to work in your favor, bringing you the things you pay the most attention to. But it's not only about thinking positively without context. True magic occurs when one strong thought leads to action. A fresh idea can result in a different choice, which brings about a new action, leading to a new outcome. This is how ideas turn into reality, how what you can't see becomes real in your life. Here's an example to help explain this. Picture someone who has always wanted to start their own business, but feels held back by fear and uncertainty. One day, they think, what if I'm more capable than I believe? This question, when considered and accepted, can be a turning point. This can involve looking into business ideas, contacting mentors, or making that initial small move towards starting a business. A single thought can lead to a completely new direction in life. A key idea is powerful, not only because of what it says, but also because it can make us question what we believe and open our minds to new possibilities. When we think about things that challenge us, we start to grow. Growth changes the direction we take. Not all strong ideas will result in quick, obvious changes. Sometimes, the effects are small and build up over time, like water slowly shaping a stone. Staying consistent is important. Keep thinking about what you want and what you hope for, even if things outside of you haven't changed yet. The idea that one strong thought can change the direction of your life is both inspiring and difficult. You are in charge of your own life. You have the ability to change your path at any time, to pick a new direction, and to change your reality. With this power, we must stay alert. Protect your thoughts and choose carefully the ideas and beliefs you hold on to. Your mind is a strong tool, and just like any tool, how well it works depends on how you use it. Lesson 6. The most profound life changes often begin with the simplest shifts in thinking. Think about the simple acorn. Small and unremarkable, it contains the plan for a grand oak tree inside its shell. In the same way, our thoughts, even if they seem small or unimportant, can lead to significant change. In quiet moments of thinking, in the soft words we say to ourselves, and in the simple changes in how we see things, the beginnings of change are formed. A small change in how we think can make a big difference. It's like turning the rudder of a ship by just 1 degree. You might not see a difference right away, but over time, it can take you to a completely different place. This shows how small changes can impact our personal growth and development. A single idea, cared for and allowed to grow, can start a chain of events that changes our whole life. Remember a moment when you decided to change your opinion about something important in your life. It might have been a belief you held for a long time about what you can do, how you view a relationship, or what you think about your job path. That moment of change, that instant when you realized something new was possible, started everything that came after. In these moments, we see how strong our thoughts can be. Think about what happens when you change. I can't to, how can't I, how can I? This simple shift in words creates many new opportunities. Your mind starts looking for answers instead of getting stuck. This goes beyond just thinking positively. It's about changing how you deal with life's challenges. With time, looking for solutions instead of accepting limits can result in discoveries in areas you never imagined. The law of attraction explains that we bring into our lives what we pay the most attention to. When we change our thinking a bit, we start to connect with what we really want. When we regularly pick thoughts of abundance instead of scarcity, love instead of fear, and possibility instead of limitation, we slowly adjust our lives to these better feelings. The universe reacts in a way that makes sense. Changing the way we talk to ourselves can have a big impact. The way we talk to ourselves influences our reality more than we think. When we choose to talk to ourselves kindly and positively, we create a space that helps us grow and succeed. This means not overlooking challenges or difficulties, but instead facing them with a sense of ability and strength. Picture starting each day by taking a moment to value the chance of a fresh start, rather than jumping straight into tasks and worries. Changing your morning thoughts can create a positive atmosphere for the whole day, affecting how you interact, make decisions, and feel overall. A small change, when done regularly, can really transform your life experience. Mindfulness shows us how important it is to focus on the present moment. When we concentrate on the present instead of worrying about the past or the future, we can truly enjoy life as it happens. This change in understanding helps us make better choices, enjoy the beauty around us, and handle life's challenges more calmly. When seeking wealth and success, it's usually the small changes in thinking that have the greatest impact. Shifting from thinking there isn't enough to believing there is plenty, from being afraid of failing to being excited about learning, and from comparing ourselves to others to concentrating on our own unique path. These are the ways of thinking that successful people develop. They know that real wealth starts in our minds, with the thoughts we decide to focus on and support. Our thoughts shape the world around us. Both ancient philosophers and modern scientists have seen how our mental state greatly affects our physical world. By changing our thoughts a little, we connect with the basic creative powers of the universe. We actively shape our reality instead of just watching it happen. These changes in perspective do not involve denying what is real or overlooking true difficulties. Instead, they focus on selecting a viewpoint that helps us handle life's challenges and joys with strength and poise. Understand that even if we can't control everything that happens, we can always choose how we respond to it. Personal growth and transformation is a continuous journey. Every day brings new chances to change our thoughts in ways that benefit us the most. It could be about picking forgiveness instead of holding on to resentment, taking action rather than putting things off, or being kind to yourself instead of being overly critical. When we make these choices regularly, they build up over time, resulting in significant changes in our lives. When we pay attention to our thoughts and decide which ones to support, we start to view the world differently. Opportunities that were always there but hard to see become clear. Relationships grow stronger when we are more open and understanding with each other. Challenges turn into opportunities for growth instead of obstacles. Being grateful is one of the easiest and most impactful changes we can adopt. When we focus on what we appreciate in our lives, we help our minds notice abundance instead of what we lack. This change helps us feel better emotionally and allows us to appreciate more of what we are thankful for. It's a lovely loop of gratitude and appeal. In personal relationships, small changes in how we think can make a big difference. Seeing the good in others, handling conflicts with understanding instead of judgment, and showing appreciation more often can change even the toughest relationships for the better. These changes have a broad impact, affecting not only our direct interactions, but also the overall quality of our social relationships. As we start to change our thoughts, it's essential to be patient and gentle with ourselves. Change takes time, and old habits can come back occasionally. Handle this process with care and determination. Whenever we notice negative thoughts and decide to change them, we build our mental strength and get closer to making lasting changes. These easy changes have an impact that goes beyond just our personal lives. When we change our thoughts, we change what we do, and when we change what we do, we affect the world around us. A person who changes their mindset to focus on abundance and possibilities can inspire hope in others. Our personal changes help the overall growth of awareness. To sum up, the biggest changes in life usually start with the simplest changes in how we think. We can access these shifts anytime without needing any special conditions or resources. They are the keys that open doors to new chances, the seeds that develop into forests of opportunity, the ripples that turn into waves of change. When we pay attention to our thoughts and pick the ones that match our biggest goals, we start to create changes that can transform our whole life. Every journey starts with one step, and every change starts with one thought. Make careful choices, because your thoughts have the ability to shape the life you've always wanted. Lesson 7. A single moment of kindness can set off a chain reaction of goodwill. In life, it's often the smallest things that create the most beautiful patterns. One small act of kindness, even if it seems minor, can start a chain reaction that changes individual lives, whole communities, and even the world. This ripple effect of kindness shows how connected we all are and how much our actions can influence everyone around us. Kindness is beautiful because it is simple and easy for everyone to practice. It doesn't need big actions or a lot of resources. A smile, a compliment, and a helping hand are simple actions that anyone can do, no matter their age, status, or situation. However, their effect can be significant and widespread. When we choose kindness, we help create positive change in a world that often feels filled with negativity and indifference. Being kind helps not just the person receiving kindness, but it also makes us feel better too. Research indicates that doing kind things triggers the release of oxytocin, known as the love hormone. This can help lower stress, enhance mood, and even support heart health. Being kind to others means we are also being kind to ourselves. Kindness has a special power because it can spread and inspire others. Being kind to someone can encourage them to pass that kindness on to others. This chain reaction can cause a slow but important change in the overall atmosphere of our surroundings, whether in our homes, workplaces, or communities. It's a quiet but strong influence that can fight against negativity and help build a kinder and more peaceful world. The Pay It Forward movement began with a straightforward idea. Instead of returning a favor, the person who receives kindness is inspired to pass it on to someone else. This idea has led to many acts of kindness globally, like people buying coffee for others and big charitable projects. A single kind idea can grow into something big and impactful around the world. The law of attraction explains that we bring into our lives what we concentrate on and share with the world. When we choose to show kindness, we are welcoming more kindness and positivity into our lives. It's a cycle that builds on itself. The more kindness we share, the more we get back, and the more motivated we feel to keep this good thing going. Additionally, kind actions can change how we see things and help us remember the goodness in people. In a world where news often focuses on conflict and division, personal stories of kindness can be strong reminders of the good in people, helping us believe in a brighter future. The effects of our good deeds may not be seen right away. A small act of kindness can start something that might take time to develop and show results. Being kind all the time is very important. When we make kindness a regular part of our everyday lives, we are always spreading goodwill, and some of it might grow in ways we didn't expect. Plato, the philosopher, once said, "Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle." This statement highlights that everyone faces challenges and shows how important empathy and kindness can be. We can never fully understand what another person is experiencing, and a small act of kindness might be just what they need to get through a tough time. Kindness is very important in achieving wealth and success, even though many people don't realize it. Although having money and accomplishments matters, real success is usually judged by the good we do for others. Many successful and respected people are recognized not only for what they have achieved, but also for their kindness and generosity. When we show kindness, we create strong and positive relationships. This can lead to new opportunities and collaborations that we might not have had otherwise. Additionally, being kind helps create a positive attitude that is important for growing and achieving success. When we treat life with kindness, we tend to see challenges as chances to grow instead of impossible barriers. This positive view can really help with sticking to goals and coming up with new ideas, which are important for success in any effort. As we go through everyday life, it can be easy to feel stressed by the size of the world's issues. We may wonder how much impact one individual can have when facing such big challenges. This is where the real value of kindness becomes clear. When we pay attention to the little acts of kindness around us, we help create a bigger wave of positive change. Every kind action, no matter how small, is like a butterfly flapping its wings. It might seem unimportant at first, but it can start a series of events that lead to big changes. This captures the butterfly effect in how people interact, the concept that tiny actions can lead to significant outcomes in complicated systems like society. How can we bring more kindness into our lives and help create this positive chain reaction? Begin with something manageable. Try to do at least one kind thing every day. It might be as easy as giving a sincere compliment, assisting a coworker with a job, or contacting a friend who is having a hard time. Notice the chances for kindness around you. They are often more plentiful than we think. Be aware of your thoughts and feelings, and try to understand others' perspectives. When we pay attention and connect with the people around us, we can see chances to be kind and react in helpful ways. Appreciate the kindness you get from others and let it motivate you to share that kindness with others. Being kind doesn't have to involve big actions. Sometimes, the most meaningful acts of kindness are the simple ones, being a good listener, offering support, or sharing a moment of understanding. Small acts of kindness can be very effective in creating connections and helping a community grow. Lesson 8. The butterfly effect of kindness. One small act can change someone's entire world. In life, we often overlook how much our smallest actions can make a difference. Just like a butterfly, flapping its wings can start a series of events leading to a hurricane far away. Our small acts of kindness can also have big and lasting impacts. The butterfly effect of kindness means that one small act of compassion can create a chain reaction, impacting lives and changing the world in ways we might not fully understand. Picture yourself strolling along a bustling street. A person you don't know is having a hard time carrying a lot of groceries. You quickly offer to help carry some of the bags. This quick action, which only takes a few seconds, may appear unimportant. Think about the opportunities that can arise from just one act of kindness. The person you helped may feel grateful and have a stronger belief in the goodness of people. This good experience can boost their mood and change how their whole day goes. Maybe they'll go home and tell their family about this story, sharing the warmth of your kindness with others. Seeing your example, their children may choose to do kind things at school the next day, spreading positivity that affects their classmates and teachers. The effect continues beyond that. The person you helped may feel so touched by your kindness that they choose to be more helpful to others in their everyday life. This change in mindset might help you build better connections with your coworkers, friends, and family. As this person becomes more positive and helpful, they may find new chances in their life, both personally and at work, changing the direction of their journey. What about you, the one who started this chain reaction? Helping someone else can improve your mood and make you feel better overall. Feeling good can affect how you interact with others during the day, helping you share more kindness and goodwill. You may notice that you smile more, stay patient in traffic, or give supportive words to a coworker who is having a tough time. Every small action can lead to a bigger impact, spreading positivity in wider and wider circles. The charm of the butterfly effect of kindness is that anyone can embrace it. Small acts of kindness are something everyone can do, unlike big gestures or heroic deeds. A genuine compliment, a door held open, a person who listens, these are all simple acts of kindness we can easily share in our everyday lives. Just like seeds, they can develop into something much bigger than where they started. A young girl read a book about kindness and was inspired to leave encouraging notes for her classmates. This straightforward action changed the mood of her whole school, lowering bullying and encouraging a spirit of support and friendship. Many years later, a lot of her classmates would say this experience changed their lives, affecting their job choices and how they handle relationships. Kindness has a special power. It goes beyond the present and can lead to meaningful change over time. When we do something kind, it doesn't just impact the person receiving it. It also affects many others who might see or hear about what we did. We are showing how we want the world to be and inviting others to help us make it happen. Additionally, the impact of kindness works on a deeper level than just what we do on the outside. Choosing kindness connects us to a basic truth of the universe. Everything is linked together. We understand that even our small actions can have effects that go beyond what we see right away. This awareness can change how we think and act, affecting our whole perspective on life. When we adopt this view, we start to see ourselves not as separate people, but as important pieces of a large, connected network of life. Our choices and actions become more important when we see how they can affect the bigger picture. This change in how we see things can really make a difference, resulting in a life filled with more purpose, kindness, and understanding. Being kind can lead to unexpected changes, showing us how small actions can make a big difference. Sometimes, when we see the problems in the world, it can be hard to feel like we can make a difference. We often think that real change needs big actions or worldwide efforts. However, the reality is that the biggest and most lasting changes usually start with the tiniest actions. When we concentrate on the little acts of kindness we can do, we can build up a strong impact that is much greater than any one big action. It's like trying to push a big rock all at once versus slowly wearing it down with many small drops of water. The second approach might look less exciting, but it usually works better and lasts longer over time. The butterfly effect of kindness shows us why being mindful in our everyday lives matters. Being aware of how our actions can affect things helps us make choices that match our values and goals. We focus more on our interactions, pay attention to our relationships, and understand the needs of those around us better. This mindfulness also applies to how we care for ourselves. We should also be kind to ourselves, just as we are to others. When we take care of ourselves and show ourselves kindness, we fill up our emotional energy, which helps us to keep being kind to others. It's a lovely cycle. The more kindness we share, the more we get back, and the more we can share again. As we practice kindness, we might notice that it gets easier and feels more natural as time goes on. What used to take effort becomes automatic. We start to notice chances to be kind all around us, and taking action on them brings us joy and satisfaction. Choosing kindness regularly can change how our brains work and how we naturally interact with the world around us. Kindness can create a ripple effect, showing us important lessons about being patient and trusting others. When we do something nice for others, we usually don't notice how much it affects them right away. We might never find out how far the effects of what we do reach. We need to believe that being kind is important, even if we can't see or measure how it helps. Believing in the hidden effects of what we do can help counter the negativity and hopelessness that many people feel today. It shows us that even when we face big challenges, what each of us does is important. Every kind action, no matter how tiny, helps improve our community and brings us nearer to the world we want to create. When we show kindness, we also allow ourselves to receive kindness from others. When we notice how small actions can affect us, we start to value the kindnesses we receive more. Being more aware can help you feel more grateful and connected, which can make kindness grow even more. Being kind can change our perspective on life, helping us see the possibilities and potential around us. It encourages us to think about how we can use our special skills, abilities, and situations to make a positive impact in the world. It shows us that we all can make a difference, not by doing big things or being heroes, but by the combined impact of small choices we make every day. When we adopt this viewpoint, we might discover that our lives gain new meaning and purpose. We start to view ourselves not only as people who go through life's events, but as active participants in shaping our own reality. We understand that our choices and actions can influence our lives and the lives of many others. Making something great requires time and steady work. Like a painter who takes time to finish a great piece, we shouldn't expect to change our lives all at once. It's the small choices we make every day, like adding brushstrokes one by one, that slowly show the beauty of what we create in life. Think about what it means to spend just 15 minutes each day on personal growth. Doing something small every day, like reading a book, meditating, or picking up a new skill, can really make a big difference over time. In a year, those 15 minutes total more than 90 hours of dedicated self-improvement. Think about the growth and chances that could come from making such a straightforward, regular decision. The decisions we make can impact others around us. How we treat people, the kindness we give, and the effort we make in our work all add to the bigger picture of society. One kind act can encourage others to do the same, starting a wave of positivity that affects many people. Existentialism focuses on how our personal choices shape our lives. We don't just watch our lives happen. We take part in shaping our own reality. This perspective shows us that we can change our lives at any time by making different choices. With this power, you also have a responsibility. We need to think about the choices we make and what might happen because of them. It's common to get stuck in negative thoughts or harmful habits, but these are choices we make choices that can take away from the beauty of our life's masterpiece. Mindfulness is a helpful way to make better choices. When we focus on the present and pay attention to what's happening around us, we can choose actions that match our values and future aspirations. This practice helps us pause our automatic reactions and pick responses that genuinely show who we want to be and the life we want to build. Wealth isn't only about having a lot of money. It's also about having rich experiences, strong relationships, and personal growth. When we make choices that reflect our values and goals, we can build a life that is rich in every way. In the big picture of life, our individual lives might appear tiny. Just like one brushstroke can change a painting, our everyday choices can change our lives and the world around us. Every day gives us many chances to bring beauty, meaning, and purpose to our own unique creation. As you go about your day, pay attention to the brushstrokes you are creating. Select colors that reflect who you really are. Make your strokes purposeful and careful. Enjoy the journey of creating, understanding that every decision, even the little ones, adds to the overall beauty of what you are building in your life. Your life is like a work of art, and you are the one creating it. The canvas is empty, the palette is ready with endless options, and the brush is yours to use. What are you going to make today? Your life is created one choice at a time. Ensure every brushstroke is meaningful. Small habits, when practiced regularly, can lead to significant changes over time. In life, it's often the little things that create the most beautiful patterns. We often look for big changes, major actions, and significant events to help us reach our goals and dreams. The real strength of change comes not from big, rare events, but from the steady, everyday practice of small habits. Picture the strong oak tree. It doesn't come out of the ground all ready and standing tall above everything. It starts as a tiny acorn, hardly seen on the forest floor. Over time, with care and the right environment, this small seed grows slowly, day by day, until it becomes a strong and impressive plant that lasts for years. Our lives, what we achieve, and how we grow all follow a similar path. The idea that small habits can lead to big changes might seem surprising at first. How can something so tiny have such a big effect? The answer is found in the strength of the compound effect and the idea of being consistent, like a single drop of water that can slowly wear down solid rock. Our small daily actions can change our lives over time. Think about reading. If you read 10 pages each day, which would only take about 15-20 minutes, you could finish several books in a year. Throughout your life, this easy habit could make you one of the most well-read people among your friends. The knowledge gained, the perspectives widened, and the wisdom learned would be invaluable. A small habit done regularly can lead to great results. Small habits are beautiful because they are easy to adopt. Small habits are simple to put into practice and can be kept up without feeling too much pressure. unlike big changes that can seem daunting and hard to stick with. You don't need to completely change your life or spend a lot of time or money. Instead, they fit into the gaps of your current routine, slowly changing it from the inside. Consider the practice of gratitude. Taking a few moments each day to recognize 3 things you appreciate may feel small. However, with time, this straightforward action can change your brain, helping you concentrate on what you have instead of what you don't. Changing how you see things can make you happier, help your relationships, and give you a better view of life. The negative thoughts and feelings fade away, making room for a mindset of gratitude and plenty. The law of attraction shows us that we bring into our lives what we pay the most attention to. By developing small habits that match our goals and values, we are planting seeds of intention in our subconscious mind. Every little action sends a message to the universe, showing what we really want. When we regularly practice these habits, we attract opportunities, resources, and situations that help us achieve our goals. Try to spend 5 minutes each morning imagining your goals. This short moment of focus helps shape your day, bringing your thoughts and actions in line with what you want to achieve. As you continue this practice, it helps you see your goals more clearly and boosts your confidence in achieving them. The confusion and uncertainty slowly turn into a clear and confident view. Small habits can make a big difference, not just in personal growth, but also in how we connect with others and influence our communities. Doing one small act of kindness each day may seem unimportant in the bigger picture. Think about how 365 kind acts can create a positive impact throughout the year. The lives affected, the bonds created, and the good vibes shared can lead to a wave of kindness that changes not only your life, but also the lives of people around you. Lesson 9. Your daily choices are the brushstrokes that paint the masterpiece of your life. In life, it's usually the small things that create the most interesting designs. We often concentrate on the major decisions, the important choices that appear to influence our future. It's the small choices we make every day that really build the base for our biggest successes. The small decisions we make, often without realizing it, shape our future. Think about the last time you accomplished something great. It might have been a job achievement, a personal success, or a dream that finally came true. Now look back at where that achievement started. It probably started not with a big event or a major choice, but with a number of small, subtle decisions that guided you towards success. The butterfly effect is the concept that a butterfly flapping its wings in one location can lead to a hurricane in a different place. Even our smallest choices can start a series of events that result in amazing outcomes. Going to a networking event you're not really looking forward to might give you the opportunity to meet someone who can impact your career. Trying a new hobby might reveal a talent you didn't know you had, which could turn into something you love doing. Understand that the journey to success is often not straight or easy to foresee. Sometimes it's the surprising twists and the random decisions that bring us our biggest discoveries. Think carefully about every decision, even the little ones, and to do so with purpose. This allows us to see many opportunities that we might miss otherwise. Minimalism shows us that having less can lead to greater satisfaction. This idea is relevant not only to what we own, but also to what we do and the choices we make. When we concentrate on making good choices in all areas of our lives, instead of trying to do everything, we can build a more meaningful and impactful life. It's not about having to make more choices, but about making better ones all the time. One challenge in seeing how important small decisions are is that we often want quick rewards. In a world that often praises fast achievements and sudden successes, it's easy to miss the importance of small, steady efforts. True and lasting success usually doesn't happen quickly. It's the outcome of many little choices made every day, week, and year. To make the most of small decisions, we need to start by being aware. Notice the decisions you make each day, even if they feel small. Consider, does this choice match my long-term goals and values? Is it helping me become the person I want to be? When we pay attention to our daily choices, we can start to guide our lives toward what we really want. Being patient is also important. Small choices we make can take a while to show their results. It can be disheartening when results aren't instant, but each decision you make is similar to planting a seed. Some seeds grow fast, while others take more time to sprout. With regular care, in this case, consistently making choices that match your goals, even the tiniest seed can develop into a strong tree. Be flexible and adaptable when making decisions. Sometimes, a small choice can take us in a surprising direction. Rather than strictly following a set plan, stay open to the opportunities that come from your small choices. Many of life's best adventures and successes come from being open to the surprising chances that our decisions bring. Compound interest is a principle that can be used in finance and also in personal growth. Every little choice we make adds up over time, leading to big outcomes. A little bit of money invested smartly can turn into a lot over time, just like our small daily choices can add up to a life full of success and happiness. Throughout your day, each moment offers a chance to make a choice. Every choice, even the little ones, is an opportunity to get closer to your goals and to become the person you want to be. Choosing to be grateful, to be kind, and to keep going when things get tough. These are the key parts of a good life. Our lives are made up of the choices we make. Big successes, happy moments, and important discoveries that shape our path are all based on many little choices. When we see how important these small choices are, we can shape our future, one little decision at a time. As you face your next choice, even if it feels minor, keep this in mind. Right now, you have the ability to influence your future. Make a good choice, as it holds the key to your biggest successes. Every thought, every action, and every decision shapes your life like strokes on a canvas. Focus on each step and see your creation come to life right in front of you. Lesson 10. Tiny habits consistently practiced can move mountains over time. In our everyday lives, there is an important truth that we sometimes overlook: the strength of believing in ourselves. It's a powerful force that can change everything, where even a tiny spark can start a big change in our lives. This chapter looks at the powerful effect of self-belief, showing how this straightforward action can trigger a series of positive changes that transform our reality. Picture a single ember shining softly in the dark. At first look, it might seem small, hardly noticeable in the wide-open night sky. But in that small spark is the ability to light up the world. That is how self-belief works. It starts as a quiet idea in our heads, a brief thought that we can achieve more than we have ever thought possible. This idea, this spark of confidence, when cared for and safeguarded, can develop into a strong flame that guides us toward success. Believing in ourselves starts with a straightforward choice to have faith in what we can do. It's a decision we take even when we have a lot of doubt or when others are skeptical. Choosing to believe in ourselves is what gets everything started. Believing in our potential reveals many possibilities that we couldn't see before. Additionally, believing in yourself attracts positive things. When we start to feel confident and sure of ourselves, we naturally draw in people and situations that match our new belief in who we are. We notice that chances come our way more often, and we are ready to take advantage of them. This isn't just a coincidence. It shows that similar things tend to attract each other. The way we feel inside affects what happens outside. When we build a strong belief in ourselves, we attract good experiences and relationships into our lives. Self-belief is not about being arrogant or thinking too highly of yourself. It's a calm assurance, a strong understanding that we can grow, learn, and succeed. Our worth comes from how we see ourselves, not from what others think. It's about recognizing our own value and potential. Believing in yourself can be a bumpy road with ups and downs. We will face obstacles, times of uncertainty and difficulties that challenge our determination. It's during these times that the real strength of believing in yourself shows up. When we encounter challenges with confidence in ourselves, we see obstacles not as impossible problems, but as chances to grow and learn. Failure doesn't define our value. Instead, it's a step toward achieving success. Building self-belief is something we do every day by recognizing our own potential. It starts with our thoughts, the inner conversation that influences how we see ourselves and the world around us. When we choose thoughts that support our abilities and value, we build a solid foundation for believing in ourselves. This could mean changing negative thoughts, viewing setbacks as chances to learn, and recognizing our achievements, even the little ones. One effective way to build self-belief is through visualization. When we clearly picture ourselves reaching our goals and living the life we want, we form a plan in our minds that our subconscious can follow. This practice helps us believe in what we can achieve and shows us the steps to make our ideas come true. Setting and working towards goals is important for developing self-belief. Every time we set a goal and strive to reach it, we show ourselves that we can grow and succeed. Even if we don't achieve our goal exactly as we intended, just trying helps us grow in confidence and strength. By setting goals, taking steps, and learning from what we go through, we build a strong belief in what we can do. When we believe in ourselves more, we start to see changes in how we relate to and interact with others. We get better at stating our needs and setting our limits. We draw in those who appreciate and honor us, and we find it simpler to release connections that don't support our development. Self-belief helps us see our own value and encourages us to expect others to treat us with respect. Self-belief affects much more than just our individual experiences. Believing in ourselves makes us more open to taking risks and following our passions. This can result in new ideas, creative advancements, and benefits to society that may not have happened without that first boost of confidence. Our journey of believing in ourselves can inspire and uplift the people around us. Self-belief isn't about being perfect or never having doubts. It's about developing a strong mindset that helps us handle life's challenges with ease and determination. We are constantly growing, learning, and capable of more than we often realize. When we trust in ourselves, we start to notice changes in our lives that are both small and significant. We grow stronger when facing challenges, become more willing to try new things, and get closer to our true purpose. We begin to live life the way we want, following our own understanding instead of what others expect from us. Even a tiny bit of self-belief can change our lives in a big way. It's what helps us reach our potential, drives us toward our dreams, and serves as the base for a meaningful and fulfilling life. When we believe in ourselves, we change our own lives and help make the world a more positive and empowered place. Your belief in yourself might feel like just one thread in the bigger picture of life. This thread can create a beautiful life filled with purpose, happiness, and success. Believe in yourself, take care of that belief every day, and see how it can change your life. It will open up new paths and help you reach your full potential. Lesson 11. Seemingly insignificant decisions can be the cornerstone of your greatest achievements. Our thoughts shape our reality. Every thought, even the tiniest or briefest, adds to the bigger picture of our lives. Every positive thought we have is not just a quick idea, but a small step towards a brighter and better future. Think about the strength that comes with this idea. When you think positively, you're not only improving how you feel right now, you're also creating a better future for yourself. Every positive thought, every hopeful idea, and every thankful moment acts like a stepping stone, guiding you to a life with more joy, success, and fulfillment. This idea connects well with the law of attraction, which says that our thoughts can attract experiences and situations that match our main thought patterns. When we focus on positive thoughts, we are sending a signal to the universe that we are open to good experiences and results. Let's take a closer look at how this process works. Our brains are very adaptable, always creating new connections based on what we think and do often. Choosing positive thoughts regularly helps change our brains, building stronger connections that make positivity our usual way of thinking. As time goes on, this can change how we see and handle life. This change in how we see things can really impact our lives. Having a positive mindset helps us find solutions to problems, notice opportunities instead of obstacles, and keep going when faced with challenges. When we think positively, it can lead to good things happening. This creates a cycle where our hopeful attitude brings about positive results, which then makes us think even more positively. Our positive thoughts influence not only ourselves, but also the people around us. When we share positivity, we encourage others to follow suit. Being optimistic can spread positivity, boosting the mood of our friends, family, and coworkers. Our personal paths to a better future help create a shared effort for a more positive world. Understand that having a positive mindset doesn't involve overlooking life's difficulties or acting as if everything is flawless. It's about deciding to look for the positive, even when things are tough, and keeping hope for a brighter future. It's about looking at our experiences in a way that helps us feel strong instead of weak. For example, when we encounter a setback, rather than saying "this always happens to me," we can say, "This is just a temporary challenge, and I have the strength to get through it." This small change in thinking can greatly affect how we deal with and solve the problem. Positive thinking can influence not just our personal lives, but also our work and professional activities. Many successful entrepreneurs and business leaders credit their achievements to having a positive attitude. They see each challenge as a chance to grow, every failure as a lesson, and every setback as a way to bounce back. By developing this way of thinking, they can push through challenges and finally achieve their goals. How can we develop the habit of thinking positively? Just like any skill, it needs practice and commitment. Begin with small steps. Take a few minutes each day to concentrate on positive thoughts. You can do this by meditating, writing in a journal, or just taking a moment to notice the positive things in your life. Over time, you'll notice that keeping a positive mindset during your day becomes simpler. Another effective method is visualization. Take some time every day to clearly picture your perfect future. Imagine reaching your goals and enjoying your best life. Experience the feelings that come with this achievement. This practice helps strengthen your positive thoughts and aligns your subconscious mind with what you consciously want. Your words are powerful, so keep that in mind. The words we choose, whether we're talking to ourselves or to others, influence how we see the world. Try to use words that are positive and uplifting. Instead of saying "I can't," try saying "how can I?" Instead of "this is impossible," say "this is challenging, but I'm ready for it." These simple changes in words can lead to big changes in how you think and, as a result, what you achieve. As you start this journey of positive thinking, take your time and be kind to yourself. Sometimes negative thoughts can come up. This is normal and part of being human. It's important not to criticize yourself for having these thoughts. Instead, try to gently shift your attention back to the positive things. Every time you do this, you are building your positivity muscle, which helps you keep a positive attitude later on. Lesson 12. The whisper of intuition today may become the roar of success tomorrow. In the quiet times of our lives, when everything slows down and our minds find peace, we often hear a soft whisper. This quiet voice, hard to hear over the noise of our everyday lives and tasks, is our intuition speaking to us. It's a soft push, a light feeling, or a quick thought that seems to come from nowhere and everywhere at the same time. Many of us have learned to overlook this whisper, thinking of it as just a passing thought or something unimportant. What if this whisper is the beginning of our future success, just waiting to be cared for and developed into something powerful? People have valued and explored the idea of intuition in different cultures and throughout history. Old philosophers described it as a link to universal knowledge, while today's psychologists see it as the subconscious mind quickly handling information. Intuition is important in how we make decisions and can help guide us as we go through life. Think back to the last time you had a strong instinct about something. It might have been a choice about a job, a relationship, or even an easy decision like which way to go home. Did you pay attention to that feeling? What happened as a result? Many of us remember times when trusting our gut feelings brought good outcomes, even if we couldn't say why we chose that path back then. Intuition is powerful. It often understands what we need before we even realize it. It's like having a helpful guide inside us, always ready to give advice if we're open to hearing it. But there's a twist. Intuition communicates softly, not loudly. We need to be calm, aware, and ready to accept its messages. In our busy world filled with information, it can be hard to find moments of quiet. We receive a lot of noise from everywhere: social media, news, work emails, and the ongoing chatter of our own thoughts. It's easy to see why the quiet voice of intuition can be overlooked. By taking the time to create a quiet space for reflection, we can start to hear those whispers more clearly. Meditation is a strong way to develop inner calmness. Taking a few minutes each day to sit quietly, pay attention to our breathing, and let thoughts come and go without judging them helps us hear our intuition better. With time, this practice can help us connect better with our inner wisdom, allowing us to notice and follow our intuitive insights more easily during the day. Journaling is another way to boost our connection to intuition. Writing down our thoughts and feelings can help us see patterns and insights that we might not notice otherwise. Writing in the morning, before distractions start, can help people connect with their intuitive thoughts. Listening to your intuition is just the beginning. True magic occurs when we bravely act on these insights, even if they go against what seems logical or widely accepted. This is where a lot of us struggle. We listen to the whisper, but uncertainty starts to grow. We doubt ourselves, questioning if we're being silly or unreasonable. In these moments, many of the best success stories in history started with a seemingly strange feeling. Consider the story of Steve Jobs and how the iPhone was created. When Jobs first suggested the idea of a phone without buttons, many experts believed it couldn't be done or wasn't practical. Jobs had a strong feeling that this was the future of mobile technology, and he chased that vision with determination. The outcome: a product that transformed the smartphone industry and altered how we engage with technology. Think about the story of J.K. Rowling came up with the idea for Harry Potter while waiting for a train. The first hint of inspiration, a small idea about a young wizard, might have been overlooked as just a fleeting thought. Rowling followed her gut feeling, developed that initial idea, and created one of the most loved and successful book series ever. These examples show a simple truth. The small hints of intuition today can lead to big successes tomorrow. This change takes time to happen. It takes time, belief, and steady effort. When we listen to and act on our intuition, we make that inner voice stronger, which helps us hear and follow it more easily later on. Intuition isn't only about achieving personal goals. It can also drive meaningful, positive change in the world. Numerous successful leaders, innovators, and humanitarians have pointed out that intuition plays an important role in their capacity to create change. By believing in their own knowledge, they've found opportunities where others only noticed issues, and they've taken brave steps that have made many lives better. When we develop our intuition and learn to rely on its direction, we might notice that we become kinder, more imaginative, and feel a stronger connection to others and our surroundings. Intuition connects us to a deeper wisdom that extends beyond our personal experiences and links us to a wider understanding of the world. Lesson 13. A moment of patience in a second of anger can prevent a lifetime of regret. Life consists of many challenges, both large and small. We often think about the big challenges, the important choices, and the significant obstacles we need to get past. The way we handle small challenges helps us build the ability to deal with larger ones. These small daily moments help us build our resilience, adaptability, and strength of character. Think about the trip to work in the morning. A driver suddenly moves in front of you while you're driving, making you hit the brakes hard. In this moment, you can make a decision. You can respond with anger by honking your horn and letting frustration affect the rest of your day. You can take a deep breath, understand that the other driver might have their own issues, and decide to move on. This small choice influences how you'll handle other challenges during your day. How we deal with small problems and challenges shows our general attitude and way of looking at life. Every small challenge is a chance to work on being patient, understanding others, and managing our emotions. When we decide how to respond in these situations, we're setting up our usual reactions for bigger challenges later on. Consider it a workout for your mind and spirit. Like an athlete gets stronger by exercising regularly, we grow our mental and emotional strength by how we handle everyday challenges. When you pick a calm and thoughtful response instead of a quick, emotional reaction, you are improving your ability to deal with stress and tough situations. This idea fits well with the law of attraction. When we handle small challenges with a positive attitude, we bring more good experiences into our lives. We build an energy field that keeps negativity away and attracts chances for growth and success. How we respond to small challenges can shape our future. When we trust ourselves to deal with difficulties in a calm and effective way, we create that reality in our lives. Also, how we respond to small challenges can impact situations in ways we might not expect. Imagine a situation where a colleague makes a small error that affects your job. Your reply at that time impacts your relationship with that coworker and also shapes the general mood in the workplace. When you choose to understand and work together instead of blaming and criticizing, you help create a more positive and supportive workplace. This can result in more productivity, improved teamwork, and even chances for career growth. Stoicism provides helpful ideas about this concept. The Stoics thought it was important to concentrate on what we can manage, like our thoughts, actions, and responses, instead of things happening outside of our control. When we use this idea for the little challenges in life, we build inner peace and strength that help us deal with bigger problems. Think about what Epictetus, the ancient Stoic philosopher, said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This idea is relevant whether you spill a cup of coffee or face a big life challenge. When we view each small challenge as a chance to stay calm and make good choices, we're preparing ourselves for the bigger tests in life. How we respond to small challenges adds up and influences how we see ourselves and our confidence. Every time we overcome a small challenge, we strengthen our confidence in our ability to deal with tough situations. Having confidence in ourselves is a strong advantage when we encounter bigger difficulties. We see them not as big problems, but as chances to use the skills and mindset we've built from many smaller challenges. We should think about how we react to little challenges and how that impacts our relationships. How we respond to small annoyances or differences with those we care about can either make our relationships stronger or create tension. When we regularly choose to be patient, understanding, and communicate openly during tough times, we create stronger and more resilient relationships. These relationships provide support and strength when we encounter bigger life challenges. How we handle small challenges can influence our overall happiness and life satisfaction. When we focus on finding solutions to daily challenges, we build a feeling of strength and hope. Having a positive outlook makes our daily lives more enjoyable and helps us recover from bigger challenges. Life's small challenges help shape who we are and what we can do. Every little challenge we encounter is a chance to build good habits, improve our emotional understanding, and enhance our ability to solve problems. When we face everyday challenges with awareness, understanding, and a willingness to grow, we're not only addressing current issues, we're getting ready for whatever comes our way in life. As we go through life, it's good to how we react to little challenges is influencing who we will become. When we pick patience instead of frustration, empathy instead of judgment, or perseverance instead of giving up, we are shaping ourselves into stronger and more resilient people. Making small choices regularly can greatly change our lives. When you encounter a small annoyance or setback, take a moment to pause. Your reaction to this small challenge is building your ability to tackle larger ones. Think carefully about your response, knowing that it's not just about the current situation. You're also developing the strength and resilience for the future. Life's small challenges can teach you important lessons, helping you grow, gain wisdom, and achieve success. Lesson 15. The way you respond to life's tiniest challenges shapes your capacity to overcome the big ones. Words have great power. They can change our reality, affect our thoughts, and guide the direction of our lives. But maybe their strongest magic is in their ability to connect with others, to inspire hope, and to light the spark of possibility. A kind word of support, given at the right time, can spark significant change, not only for the person receiving it, but also in the larger picture of human life. Think about the last time someone gave you a real compliment or support. It might have been a straightforward, "You've got this" before a tough task, or a sincere "I believe in you" when feeling uncertain. What were your feelings about it? Did you feel a bit taller, breathe more easily, or experience a boost of confidence? That's how encouragement works effectively. Encouragement connects doubt to belief and fear to courage. It's a helping hand offered to someone who might be struggling in a situation full of doubt. When we give words of encouragement, we are not just talking. We are bringing life to forgotten dreams, reviving lost hopes, and turning small sparks of possibility into bright flames of potential. Encouragement is beautiful because it is straightforward and easy for everyone to access. It doesn't need big actions or complicated talks. A single word, said with sincerity, can change someone's day, week, or even life. "You are beautiful," whispered to someone struggling with self-image. "You are capable," I assured a colleague who was unsure of their skills. "You are worthy," said to a friend who felt small. These words can break down limiting beliefs and create new opportunities. What makes encouragement so powerful? The answer is found in how we think and our natural desire for approval and help from others. We are social beings, designed to connect and significantly affected by how others see us. When someone we admire or care for believes in us, it confirms our own uncertain hopes and dreams. It allows us to have faith in ourselves, to take chances, and to chase our dreams with fresh energy. Encouragement helps to balance out the negative thoughts and doubts that can fill our minds. In a world that can often seem very critical and judgmental, words of encouragement act as bright lights of positivity, helping to clear away negativity and showing the way ahead. They help us remember our value and what we can achieve, things about ourselves that we might have forgotten or missed. Encouragement can have a lasting impact that goes well beyond the first moment it happens. When we support someone, we're not only impacting their current situation, we might also change their future. A student applies for a scholarship after hearing a teacher's supportive words. An aspiring entrepreneur starts their business thanks to a friend's confidence in them. An artist shares their work publicly because of a loved one's praise. These examples show how one encouraging word can spark important changes in life. Also, encouragement tends to keep going on its own. When we feel supported, we're more likely to support others as well. It creates a positive cycle of support and encouragement that can change communities and societies for the better. Picture a place where support is abundant and people seek chances to motivate and encourage each other. The overall effect would be truly groundbreaking. For encouragement to really spark the flame of possibility, it needs to come from a genuine and sincere place. Empty compliments or insincere praise can feel meaningless and might even cause harm. Real encouragement comes from truly believing in someone's abilities and wanting to see them do well. It takes understanding, noticing when someone could use a little help, and the bravery to step in and provide support. When we make it a point to support others, we also help ourselves grow and feel better. When we encourage someone else, we turn our attention away from our own concerns and doubts. It encourages a belief that there is plenty of success, happiness, and opportunity available for everyone. This way of thinking brings more positive experiences and opportunities into our lives. By frequently encouraging others, we become more aware of how powerful words can be and pay more attention to our own inner dialogue. We start to see how important it is to support ourselves and to be our own cheerleaders during tough times or when we feel uncertain. Encouraging ourselves is an important skill for dealing with life's difficulties and chasing our dreams. Encouragement fits well with the ideas of the law of attraction. When we highlight and express the good traits and possibilities in others, we bring more of that positivity into our own lives. We are learning to focus on the positive aspects of people and situations, which helps us view the world and our role in it more favorably. Encouragement doesn't mean pretending everything is fine or overlooking genuine difficulties. It's about recognizing challenges while also believing in the person's ability to get through them. It's about recognizing the chance for improvement and achievement even when facing challenges. Sometimes the best support is saying, "I understand this is hard, but I believe you can handle it." Final lesson: the butterfly effect. Encouragement doesn't have to be big actions or major speeches. It's in the simple moments, the little affirmations we share with ourselves and those around us. It's in the quiet encouragement we give ourselves before facing a tough task, or the simple praise we share with a friend who has made progress towards their goal. These words might not seem important right now, but they add up over time, creating a strong base of confidence and self-belief that can handle challenges and tough times. The law of attraction shows us that we bring into our lives what we pay the most attention to. When we create a supportive environment for ourselves and others, we are sending a signal to the universe that invites more positivity and help into our lives. It's a wonderful, self-fulfilling prophecy. The more we support each other, the more support we get, and the more we can accomplish. Encouragement is strong, but it isn't sufficient on its own. It needs to be combined with effort, steady, committed effort. This is where real personal growth and success happen. Greatness starts with encouraging words, but it needs daily actions to grow, even if those actions are small. Imagine the strongest oak tree. It didn't come out all at once. It started as a small acorn, hardly seen on the ground of the forest. But with each day that went by, it increased. Slowly at first, then more clearly as time continued. It encountered difficulties, tough weather, rival plants, and the risk of being stepped on. It kept going, getting a little bigger each day until it was tall and strong, showing what steady effort can achieve. Our lives are the same. Big accomplishments and personal changes start with small, everyday actions. Each day's writing adds up to create a novel. Regular practice is what transforms a beginner into an expert. Small acts of kindness done regularly can change a community. These actions might feel small right now, like a single drop in a big ocean, but as time goes on, they build up, shaping who we are and what we achieve. The real insight is knowing that every action matters. Every choice we make, every word we say, and every little effort we put in is helping to shape our future. It's simple to overlook how our daily choices affect us. We might think that missing one workout is no big deal, or that delaying an important task for just one more day won't change anything. Every choice we make shapes who we are and the life we build. The idea of making small efforts fits well with the law of attraction. When we regularly work towards our goals, we are clearly communicating to the universe what we want to bring into our lives. We are making sure our actions match our goals, which helps attract opportunities and resources to us. It's important that these efforts are steady and purposeful. It's about being consistent and putting in the effort regularly, even when we don't feel motivated or when we can't see the results right away. It's about believing in the journey, knowing that our little efforts are truly making an impact, even if we haven't noticed it yet. This is where support comes back around. While we work hard every day, encourage ourselves too. We should recognize our achievements, even if they are minor. Talk to ourselves with kindness and give ourselves encouraging words when things get hard. We should share this support with others, understanding that everyone is facing their own challenges and working hard for growth and change. By doing this, we build a positive cycle that leads to progress. With support, we achieve small wins through our efforts. These wins give us more motivation, pushing us to try even harder. As we grow and succeed, we are better able to inspire others and help them recognize their own potential. We change the world not with big actions, but by doing many small things that encourage and help over time. The butterfly effect shows how a small action, like a butterfly flapping its wings, can cause big changes, like a hurricane. Somewhere else, our words of encouragement and daily efforts are like gentle wing flaps, creating waves of change that can transform lives, communities, and the world.